Welcome back. As we earlier said, we're going to be taking a comprehensive look over the national initiative IBDA or Commence. That is an initiative that is support to boost and empower the industrial production in Egypt. And we're very delighted to be having with us live over the phone Dr. Mustafa Tamaam, the economic expert. Good morning, Dr. Tamaam.
Good morning to you.
How are you doing, sir? If you could please shed light over the initiative IBDA or Commence, boosting industry in Egypt?
Well, certainly this is a very, very important initiative, specifically now that is coming in a very critical moment that we are facing now. Certainly, as you know, that during the past, our economy, we used to import a lot of our products from abroad. So certainly this put a lot of pressure on the foreign currency pool that is available here in the country, and certainly caused a lot of raises in the US dollar against the Egyptian pound. And certainly by encouraging this initiative, certainly it will solve many problems. First is going to solve the unemployment problem. Secondly, it's going to reduce the demand on foreign currency due to the fact that we are going to produce a lot of products that we used to import from abroad. And third and finally, it will cause that we will be able to export some of these products of high quality to other countries, probably in the region, and specifically the countries in the Gulf area, which import a lot of their products and from abroad. So certainly, this will have an impact on providing an inflow of foreign currency to the country.
Right. How did the idea originate of the initiative, and since when it was started?
Well, it started since probably about a few months ahead. And certainly, this is the initiative took place because, as I mentioned, the macroeconomic situation now is very critical, and certainly it will. This initiative will probably give us a hand to depend on ourselves and not to depend, you see, on other countries in receiving our products and services. Certainly, I'd like to give you an example of the risks that probably are encountered if we depend on probably on importing things. The case when we had the gas case, Russia used to provide a lot of gas to Europe. You see, when the Ukrainian war broke up, caused a lot of problems. And certainly Europe is facing a lot of challenges now because it used to depend on the importing the gas from Russia. So certainly this is an example that we should probably be self-sufficient in most of our products, not everything, in order to minimize risks that I just mentioned right now.
So whom is it, I mean, this initiative, which particular sector it is targeting? I mean, it is supposed to boost and empower and enforce industry. But how is it going to, what type of process is it working on?
Certainly, the first thing will be, the most important thing will be the development of the calibers and necessary calibers and human resources that will be that will enable us to erect and start these projects. This is very important. Number two, certainly, is providing the technology, the high technology, in various industries, you see, in order that we use the state-of-the-art techniques in this industry, which will have an impact on reducing costs. And third and finally, certainly, there should be probably a mechanism in order to avoid any bureaucracy, you see, in starting these projects. And I suggest there should be a steering committee probably in order to facilitate or eliminate any obstacles that will face these projects again.
Do you think it's going to empower new industries and inspire the people, the manufacturers of this particular field to inspire for new industries and introduce new industries in Egypt?
Definitely, yes, certainly, because Egypt is a very big market, as I mentioned just now, and there's a demand, a large demand, and certainly there are, if you produce high-quality products, there'll be a lot of chances for probably exporting a lot of these products to the Gulf countries, as I just mentioned before. So all these factors combined certainly will be considered a success story in case things will be going on the right track.
So if this initiative is supposed to empower the industry, then it is supposed also to provide and facilitate the job opportunities for citizens and youth. And also, is it going to empower the small and medium enterprises at the same time? Explain to us how in those two domains.
Certainly, this is going to have a positive impact on the employment, as I mentioned now, because, but again, as I mentioned, the very important thing, probably that we don't give a lot of importance is training, you see. We have to train the high caliber human resources in order that these projects will be succeeding, you see. So this is a very, very important factor. In the preliminary stage, certainly, there'll be a lot of probably research in order to see the best techniques, you see, using the state-of-art technology in these projects in order, as I said, to reduce costs also and to produce high-quality products.
Right. So also the economic importance of this particular initiative is valuable. In what means?
As I mentioned, certainly it will reduce the imports. As I told you, in the past we import a lot of products from abroad. This will have probably a positive impact on the demand, which will be reduced of the demand on foreign currency, and thus they will cause that the probably will be a positive reinforcement for the Egyptian pound to rate again. So, and number three, certainly, it will give probably, if you produce high-quality products, certainly, you will have chances of exporting these, and this will have a positive impact in the inflow of foreign currency to the country again.
Why is it important to attain self-sufficient industry and to attain your self-sufficiency when it comes to industry and economy, to manufacture your own goods, to export and not import? How important is it for any country to attain that industry as a priority before anything else?
Certainly, if we produce certain products, we'll have a competitive edge in producing certain products, which will give a high demand for these products worldwide. And I'll give you an example. You see, in South Korea, they concentrate, one of the major industrial products they concentrate is the car industry, and now they are very successful in this domain. And the Korean cars, there's a large demand worldwide on the cars manufactured in Korea in relation to several models and several companies operating in this respect. So if you have a competitive edge in a certain industry, certainly, and producing it with high quality and with high efficiency, certainly the demand will boost and will have a positive impact on the economy.
We all know that most of the economic booms were empowered by small and medium enterprises and the microeconomics. And China is a very good example for this. So how important is empowering the small and medium enterprises and encouraging the young entrepreneurs and women entrepreneurs, for example, and people working from home, and new ideas and new initiatives on a small scale, and people who are laid off but leading small businesses. How important is that to a larger economy now?
This is a very important question. I'd like to mention a very important point, that the small and medium-scale enterprises are the enterprises that have been elevating the economy during the 2011 revolution, you see, which happened because a lot of large industries, you see, have closed down, and the economy is supported by the small and enterprises, you see. On the other side, certainly, if a small, and I'll give an example, certainly in a lot of countries, in the US and in Europe, these small industries, when they grow, they sometimes, and they are managed in a professional manner, they turn out to be large companies with a competitive edge. They start very small, and if they work in a professional manner, certainly this will give a chance that they'll be large in the future. They'll expand their business, and they'll be one of the largest companies worldwide. And we have a lot of examples, you see, in the US and in Europe. They started very small, and then these companies grew up very, very quickly because of the management system, the professional management system, and probably studying the market properly and using high technologies and training human resources. All these factors combined caused that these companies turned to be giant companies when they were small-scale enterprises.
Right. Talking about entrepreneurs and also providing startups for beginners to be able to facilitate their small projects or whatever they are starting to establish. So how important is to empower the entrepreneurs, the small entrepreneurs, or people who are beginning small businesses? I mean,
especially, it's very important, and certainly the state is giving a lot, and there is an authority for medium and small-scale enterprises, which provides finance and provides management expertise in various domains: marketing, finance, management. They provide consultation services in order, in addition to certainly financial assistance. They provide all these services in order that these companies will succeed. And probably we will hear in the near future that some of these companies will be growing very big.
So where do we find the role of the private sector in that particular initiative and initiatives like that?
The role of the private sector, certainly, there'll be a sort of cooperation between the small-scale enterprise and the private sector, because these are jointly two parallel institutions. And certainly there'll be in cooperation in the field of probably developing human resources, of giving technologies, transferring technologies from large private sector companies to small-scale enterprises. And on the other side, probably giving advice and consultation on marketing and financial issues.
Right. Dr. Mustafa Tamaam, the economic expert, would like to thank you so much, and you have a good day. And with this, we come to the end of this edition of The Breakfast Show. Many thanks to all of you. Until we see you once again tomorrow morning, that's a goodbye.